lane. The screens are all
Whoa, this is
I'm a little surprised
Zunag.
by Closer's decision to go for crap there rather than hovering because, you know, obviously most plays you can come back to be like, oh, jungle should have been there. But in this instance, all summoners were burned in an all-in, and your wave is pushing out, right? There is no better time to look bottom than this.
Yeah, that's why as soon as you see the Sejuani creeping in, you know this is going to be a flash initiation. Lucio used his flash in the last play that we saw offensively, and so Contracts goes in. Luger then immediately flashes for the follow-up, but they actually get double lift too here, which is the crazier part.
I did not expect double lift to go down there. That was really well played by CLG. Great gank by Contracts, waiting in the bush.
Yeah, and really good skill shots from both Luger and Poom. They both hit their Qs. Without that, they would not be able to take down the second kill.
And now, up top side, the 2v2
Yeah, 100
action
is
continues.
doomed.
Contracts recognizing that this is going to be a good spot for Closer to potentially gank. He's going to cut him off there, win out in the trade against him. Back in mid, Bjergsen bringing the pain to Palafox here nice and early, forces the flash.
Yep, that's good. It's what you like to see. Palafox picked a scaling champ, and Bjergsen's able to punish him, you know, get his flash early. Hopefully they can capitalize on that. Maybe get a regank or something like that.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was hoping for when we saw this, draft, and we're talking about flash initiations from Bjergsen, especially as you're getting towards level 6. So Bjergsen, really good job blowing flash off Aurelion Sol pre-6. When Gragas gets 6 and you have flash, Palafox has to play so incredibly safe. Really going to be dangerous for him. So maybe a little change in game plan here for 100 Thieves. Call Closer, see if you can get some money off of that mid lane first.
Right, I think you absolutely have to pivot with bot lane going the way it did early. You know, your game plan with Caitlyn should be playing to the lane, but obviously it's so doomed at this point. I think what they can look for is maybe like have Lux go mid with Lee Sin, maybe even Olaf, kill Aurelion Sol, and then once Bjergsen has prio, once he's got an advantage mid, he can come bot and help you out.
Bjergsen's got to go back right now, however. Completely out of mana, still has the teleport ready, so he'll be able to return to lane almost instantaneously. Up top side, Tenacity has a pretty impressive lead in farm over his opponent in Dokla, but that is what you would expect early with the Olaf versus Sion matchup. Of course, Dokla will still be able to scale into being incredibly relevant thanks to Sion's passive with the Soul Furnace, so he's happy to just keep on farming it out up there. You can see the farm even in mid lane. Bottom lane, of course, still the advantage for Luger as he and Poom have been in control of this matchup, and Contracts is once again looking to stop by and see if he might be able to make anything happen, or at least stop Closer from doing the opposite. Closer's going to walk up here. Contracts is waiting for him. Bjergsen's right behind Closer, however, so 100 Thieves are still confident to see if they can make CLG stick around for this. Bucio throws out the binding. Yes, it hits Contracts, but not until he's already dashed away to safety.
Honestly, really good defense here from CLG because that buys time as Bjergsen spends his roam timer to go halfway down the river. Palafox on the ASO, who should be the point that's being attacked, gets a free wave clear. He pushes out the wave and gets to go recall. So that's pretty good news, even though that didn't look like a lot. Really good little bit of defense there from CLG.
Right, I don't dislike the play by 100 Thieves here. I think that, using Gragas' prio, like his one timer to come down and clear the vision, make sure your bot lane's not going to get dove on that stacked wave. It's still good. It's not really going to get you an advantage, but it might slow down the snowball that CLG is trying to do.
Well, the quick replay that we did have there just showed double lift fat fingering the cleanse, so not going to have that one for a couple of minutes. We will see if CLG can punish that or if it ends up not really mattering a whole lot. Closer wanted to take the Sonic Wave there to get in range of the crab, potentially bite Contracts for that one, but Contracts can secure it without Closer being able to move in and say a whole lot about it. Mid laners still just back and forth farming, dead even between the two of them. And when things are going even in mid lane, Aurelion Sol is always happy.
What the fuck is going on with...
Sejuani's going to hit 6 off of blue here, and Closer's still level 4.
And if you layer on top of that, Rift Herald is about to spawn, and CLG also have a pushing bottom lane. This feels so easy for CLG to just run the neutral objectives, rotate on up. They don't even have to full recall here. Contracts can instantly start.
Right, I'm interested to see what 100 Thieves decides to do here. I think they actually have an option of fighting this with Olaf because the champion is just so strong at this point in time, especially against champs who don't necessarily do a lot of damage like Sejuani Sion.
Yeah, bottom lane, they send half of it up for CLG though, so might have to just abandon that one for 100 Thieves, and that's going to be some more pushing power for them as well. Contracts can bring the Rift Trail down, still has that Sejuani ult you're talking about and flash ready.
And important small note, Palafox is the one who got the killing blow on the Herald, and remember that it is worth a couple hundred gold now. So they're doing all these little things to just try and make sure they're putting the gold exactly where they need it. All 4 kills are on their carry and bot side. The extra money from killing the Herald is on that Aurelion Sol, that hyperscaler in the mid lane. Things are looking good in the first 9 minutes for CLG, who are about 1,500 gold ahead.
Definitely a good spot to be in if you're CLG. It looks like Asol's flash is almost back up here, so 100 Thieves not really able to find a winner to capitalize on that burnt summoner.
Unless they can do it right now. Closer does have level 6. Palafox has 36 seconds before the flash comes back up. So if it happens, it's got to happen real soon. Closer's still looking for it. Palafox staying as far away as he can to clear away this control ward. Doesn't look like we're going to get a whole lot of anything out of it.
Yep, I like the respect Palafox is showing here. He recognizes they obviously timed his flash. They are running out of time to punish it, so they're probably looking there. And he was right, they were.
Man, it is looking like a pretty rough weekend for 100 Thieves, even just with the start of this game, because CLG off of the bottom snowball, also getting Dragon. They don't give up any neutral objectives so far, winning the lanes as well.
Yeah, this is absolutely not what you want to see as a 100 Thieves fan. They're down over a full level on bot lane. It's very much not where you want to be with Caitlyn.
Yeah, Doublelift having to farm with Piltover Peacemaker in a 2v1 against Luger does not feel very good for these guys. And once again, we're going to see Contracts looking for something if he would get the opportunity. Mostly just shadowing here, making sure that Closer's not coming down to gank them, because it is CLG that has the massive wave pushing up and getting ready to crash into the turret of 100 Thieves. Aurelion Sol, still farming underneath his own turret with Bjergsen and Closer heading bottom. It's Poom and Luger who are just going to shove this wave up and get the hell out of town.
CLG did see this. They have vision. And this is one of those things that, Lee Sin hasn't been super meta for a while, but he's one of the junglers who doesn't buy Sweeper because, he wants to use his ward for ward hop. So he's just walking over vision, spotted, feels bad man. None of his plays are going to work while they know where you are.
Oh, Poom goes in with a Chains of Corruption. Doublelift does have his cleanse back up in time to get away from it. And they have to use Luger's ulti to save Poom there. A nice binding from Busio. Gonna make it so that ulti is down. Maybe there will be an opportunity now for 100 Thieves to try to find something against CLG's bottom side. Tenacity just walking away from Contracts up here in the top lane. There goes Ace in the hole, blocked by Luger, just to make sure Poom's not critically low.
It was a good thing Doublelift was warming up his cleanse key previously.
Yes,
we saw on the replay. He was quick on this one.
That actually ended up being a better cooldown trade.
Yeah.
100 Thieves there. They got the Callista ult, which is a super, super long cooldown early game. And, Varus' ult and cleanse. So maybe they'll have an
Poom might be
opportunity to do
trolling
something,
here. If they can
I
try
think
to
right now
get
they
this
just need
guy,
time.
Yeah.
to be huge.
Biggest
We're gonna
difficulty
shove,
is, even if
shove.
they make a play off it, there's no objectives to take too, so.
Right.
But bounty on Callista is like your dream scenario, I guess. If they can get priority mid, maybe.
Basically, the beginning of this game was like really
play.
unlucky.
So you're talking about priority. I think one of the priorities CLG needs to have
I mean,
right now is
it
deploying
was well
this
played
Rift
by
Herald.
Luger.
They are down to
Luger did not
very,
let
very
them
little time
slide with
left to
nothing.
use this thing. They got about 30 seconds to drop it.
Mid.
So you can't really
Hello?
force an ideal situation. You just got to use the thing. Palafox gonna be
But
knocked
Pala-
over
but Contracts
towards where
was here to
Closer
block
was
it.
waiting, but Contracts was ready. He's been doing a great job so far this game,
Yeah.
reading where Closer wants
I feel like
to be.
CLG
and making
is playing
sure
like
he's there to
Guardian Guardians
guarantee
when they were
these guys don't get
smurfing.
punished.
This is a really good macro play by CLG. They recognize that they don't necessarily have mid prio, and so to drop the Herald bottom, if you don't want Gragas running down and killing you, you should just hover mid, let Palafox push, and now you have a window to drop the Herald where you're not going to get outnumbered.
And there we go. Shelly should just be getting these 2 plates. There it is. Hey, at least they get the value. That's what I was worried about. As long as it doesn't expire in the inventory or have to walk 300,000 miles down mid and get killed for nothing,
Our top
CLG are
laner's
gonna
like
get their
losing.
guaranteed expected outcome of that Herald.
Miles.
That's a lot of miles.
While the CLG bottom lane is for sure the star of the
Whoa,
show.
what the
hold
fuck?
on.
Flash?
That was an all-in from Tenacity. He flashes behind the Scion.
The flash was
goes
a
into
mistake.
the Ragnarok, uses both summoner spells there, and Dokla responds with a flash of his own and an ulti to disengage.
I was just about to
so
say
Tenacity won't get
he
what
should
he's looking
probably
for.
look here. He's
Top
all the
lane,
way.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
But the
boy,
flash
but
is
mid
like
lane's the
fucked up
story
on his shit.
instead. Closer with a disengaged kick. Busio's coming up to give themselves a numbers advantage, but Closer flashes away to escape the Sejuani ulti. Busio now having a flash out to get away
Oh my
from
God.
the counter ulti of Varus. as
CLG
Boom
is
rotates
lightweight
up.
griefing.
Palafox maintains control over the mid lane.
Yo, if 100
Both
just
sides
focus up,
throwing
they
out
can
a couple of
actually win
weapons,
this
a couple
game.
of ultis here. Nobody getting a whole lot.
It's going to be very hard for 100 Thieves to win fights, just trying to get a pick, because like I mentioned in draft, they don't have a whole
Oh,
lot
this
of
is still
lockdown
bad.
comp. Like Lee
Like
Sin,
Tenacity
Olaf,
needs to recall. So
Gragas has some CC, but it's not very reliable. It's not like,
or
you know,
gank.
a
A
Vial
gank would be
where you
huge.
just
He has no
point, click,
flash.
lock down
Closer, you need to get up
entirely.
here
They don't
right
have a
now.
lot
There's
of
no
things
R.
to set up their
God,
follow-up
so
CC.
Jesus.
So I think they're
Somebody-
really going to be hoping that CLG just overextends here or gives them something.
Ooh, CLG picking up that first turret of the game. 5
There's
seconds
1-1v1,
before the
brother.
plates would have fallen means they get the entirety of the possible value.
Oh
of
my
that
God,
tier 1
this
turret
fight on
bottom lane.
1v1.
Almost a 3,000 gold lead here, 14 minutes into the game.
Oh wait, never
Remember,
mind.
they
I'll
claimed
fight.
first Herald, they claimed the first Drake, the second Drake
Okay,
about to spawn
thank
here
you.
in
We gotta get
25
coming.
seconds. But Closer's
Get in
got his
there, get in
eyes
there.
on the other side
Alright,
of
she
the
doesn't
map.
work.
Dokla does not
We
have
should
his
be dead
ulti
here.
ready to go again. The
Oh my God, the
ulti, however,
TP.
is
Yo, CLG
ready.
just really wants to
Ragnarok
win. It's
has been
crazy.
used. There comes the damage from Sion to
Can we
try to
kill?
take him
Kill.
with him, as you've got Palafox wanting to join in. Dokla's dead.
You have a
body
warthog,
just
warthog,
tears
warthog.
Tenacity apart,
My
and it's
God,
a
that's so
double kill
sad.
for a dead man. CLG gets the better of him.
He got stronger when he died. He was a zombie forever.
What a champion.
Controller.
Wow, and you know, great play by. I was gonna say it was a really good play by 100 Thieves, setting that up, getting the kill on Dokla. You know, they blew his flash before, good follow-up gank. But
The gank took
Palafox having a
forever.
TP
Like, they should have
advantage,
bended the
great
gank,
counter
honestly.
And you know, when you're on the scaling mid, being able to show up for a play like that and swing it, which you know, it would have been a 1 for 0, but now it's a 1 for 2
Yeah.
in CLG's favor.
Big Dokes with the expert passive usage here on Sion on full display. CLG.
Yes, no
They're not
flash.
done. Busio gets
Oh my
caught
God.
by the chains of corruption.
Oh,
Boom
yes.
has his number, and they set
Luger
it up
almost
for Luger
griefed.
yet again. The perfect AD carry score. No deaths, no assists,
Get him,
all
Bjergsen.
kills. Bjergsen wants to go after the
no.
dragon, but good lord, man, he's just getting melted by
This
the
looks
dragon
familiar.
breath.
Ankles.
This looks real bad.
Nice.
Bjergsen tries to get away.
You should-
The big man belly flop gets it out for
Scheiße.
now, but here
She
comes
should
the
be o-
skies,
okay, now
and
they're
they
diving.
descend on Bjergsen's health
Damn.
bar, baby. Palafox getting kill number 1.
Wow, almost the exact same situation. 100 Thieves just trying to make a,
God
you know,
damn.
spur of the moment play, but CLG's ready for it.
CLG's
They have
just
those
better,
TPs, they have the
yeah.
resources. They're saying, you know, what is this guy
Them
doing?
niggas
He's
are
trying to
getting
go on me,
whooped,
just
I ain't
TP
gonna
kill
lie.
him. So, you know, I think 100
That's
Thieves
just
definitely
crazy.
probably not playing their best macro game here, maybe feeling a little bit desperate, and definitely getting punished for it.
It's like a buddy cop movie. It's great. Halifax has Dokla's back, and then Dokla's got his back.
Yo, Mark Z is the best caster, by the way.
100 Thieves are
Or
saving
like
for the bushes.
analyst.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, there goes my hero.
100 Thieves are the extras in the movie. You can't hit shots right now. It's actually looking very, very sad. They did snag away the dragon, though.
That's something. So at least CLG is not on a 2-0 dragon
It's
advantage,
not
but
over,
unfortunately
though.
for 100 Thieves, it is a 5,000 gold deficit 16 minutes into the game. They have to
Like,
stabilize,
yeah.
and they have to do it yesterday if they want to have any chance going forward here.
They have
It's
to
such
do
a
it
rough
yesterday.
situation to be in because you don't even outscale with these comps. You know, CLG has great scaling on their team. They've got Sion, just this massive front line, and on 100 Thieves, who's going to kill him?
Yeah.
You've got Caitlyn,
Love
who's
it.
going to take like 4 items to be able to do anything to him. So I would not want to be in 100 Thieves' shoes right now.
And your only AP threat
Olaf
is really
isn't
the
hitting him.
Gragas. I mean, that's not going to be a consistent DPS.
You got Lux too.
Anything towards a Sion. He's fine. He's just going to stack this armor the entire time and feel great against Olaf and Lee
This man
and
don't
Caitlyn
see
and
the
everybody
Lux.
who will be hitting him. Doublelift does have his Bloodthirster. This has become very popular
yeah,
first
he's right,
item for
I
AD
guess.
carries. The shield from the item combined with the overheal shield creates just this
Yeah.
extra 1,000 HP wall on an AD carry health bar.
I'm not feeling great about those.
Might be able to protect him.
Oh my, don't even get me started.
Yeah, man.
But so one thing that 100 Thieves could look for now is, you know, obviously those 2 plays before where they got TP'd on were pretty tragic for them, but they do have TP advantage now. You know, Bjergsen has his teleport available, and CLG does not have either of theirs. So they could look to try to make some outnumbered play, but it might be hard.
Ooh, Bjergsen's going to be caught out by contracts here. They're just going to change
He has no
TC.
flash. He's actually
Bjergsen, what the hell
dead.
are you doing there? Of all the places on Summoner's Rift you could have been.
He's going for a quick nap.
Okay, yeah, a dirt nap.
He got a little bit too much to drink.
He's going back to he's going back to the fountain
He's
to
gotta
take a
rally.
bath as well.
He has no
Just got washed
flash.
it off. Oh my goodness, CLG just look
Oh, boy.
uncontested.
And Poom's just throwing out another chains of corruption on this Varus, landing these over and over again to constantly provide some threat. They're not going to get a kill from it, but it opens up enough time. They force down the tier 2 turret in mid lane. Now the Palafox is
CLG's
already
actually
working
just
on the tier
better.
2 turret in bottom lane. 100 Thieves have no turrets for themselves yet. Tenacity working on remedying that here in the top lane. Doka
Okay.
wants to make it back here in time.
Just
to
take
shut
the tower
that
and
down.
kill this
Should
guy.
be able to clear
What?
this wave in time. There he goes. So still,
Just
only
W
objective
take
the
this out.
entire game
Oh
for
my
100 Thieves has
god.
been that one Drake they secured.
You kind of
perfect
need
game,
that,
boom.
and then you win the fight though.
It's not a perfect game. You're right.
Oh,
Honestly, if I was only gonna get one
tenacity.
dragon, I think that might be
Tenacity.
the one I'd want.
Yeah.
Such a strong dragon.
Oh,
in that way.
tenacity.
And they're going to need that survivability because, you know,
No,
these guys don't really have the same
tenacity.
front line that their opponents do either. You were talking about the scaling differences, how good scaling is on CLG. Olaf and Lee Sin are very much
I'm taking
fighters.
it
They're
for
not
it.
going to become brick
Oh my
walls.
god, no, this is
And
happening.
let's see if Dokla can lock down Tenacity
the
any longer
fuck?
here. No,
Palafox is
started
so
flying out of the way just
interesting.
like that.
That trade wasn't close at all.
No, that was...
Oh, that trade was not close at all, actually. Maybe
Goodbye,
he would have
Olaf.
lost.
It's time for you to walk away, buddy.
The
Dokla and
armor.
Palafox
It's all
are
out of
just
armor,
ready to knock
honestly.
this sucker down.
I'm
I
taking
don't
the tower
really think 100
and
Thieves is doing
running.
a whole lot to stop it when
Me,
Luger
honestly.
shows up to provide the DPS. That is now the 5th turret of the game, claimed by
It's over.
CLG. There comes
Double.
the meteor from Palafox, but they don't quite have enough damage to take out anybody on 100. They do, however, have an 8,000 gold lead, and 100 Thieves feel completely suffocated.
100 Thieves were
as much
4
as
and
it
1.
is painful to look at it from the 100 Thieves point of view, CLG are doing such a good job moving this game state forward constantly. They're
Yep.
not wasting any time. They move from objective to objective, bully down these towers. They get a pick off someone on 100 Thieves. They kill another tower. They are basically wiping the map clean.
It's very true. It's great to see. You know, CLG, they've been a little back and forth this split, but this is a great game for them. I love how they're just using every single wave. They're not giving 100 Thieves any time. They're just always pressuring together and just absolutely choking.
On spawn Baron.
20-minute Baron. As soon as it shows up, they're ready to go for it. But 100 Thieves recognize what's going on. They're ready to answer. CLG does not want to throw away what they've built for the past 20 minutes on some sort of a YOLO 50-50 Baron, so they back away.
Yeah, that was just a little test. We've been able to get everything we've tried in this game so far. We'll test on Baron. Okay, fine.
Yeah, that one was maybe a little bit optimistic. At the same time, though, they don't really lose anything for trying it. Sion can tank Baron forever, probably, and Kalista's good secure, so I think that just maybe gets in 100 Thieves' head. It's just like, look, like, we could be Baroning at any moment, and then that puts a lot of pressure on 100 Thieves to just constantly have vision control in their jungle and on Baron.
100 Thieves recognizing that CLG probably wants to go for the dragon, so they try to secure
100
the last
yeah,
little bit of
100
HP
Thieves
for this
don't
tier 1
want to
turret
do
in the top lane. Objective bounties are up and running, so it would give them a nice injection of gold, but CLG recognizes, hey,
We're
all
over
we
here
gotta do is
giving
get
Dragon
Palafox up here,
and not
clear the
taking
way,
top tower.
so make
This
it
is
so they
crazy.
can't grab this, and now he and Poom are going to be the ones who, again, have to clear it out. Tenacity wants to escort the wave up, but there goes the Singularity, there goes the Dragon's Breath. Tenacity really wanted to just walk up and hit that thing, but it's not happening.
Where did
man.
those minions go?
I love how
Can you miss it?
I love how Poom also is waiting there too until Olaf gets right up to the tower. Then they kill all the minions and give him a couple tower shots on the way out.
Yeah, I really like how Poom's been playing this Varus. He's doing a really good job playing with vision, just staying just out of sight and looking for these ulti angles. He's been getting a ton of picks off of it.
Yeah, he's found Busio a bunch of times, been able to follow up on others as well. All right, next order of business then is putting some real threat on that Baron, clearing out the vision and really making 100 Thieves sweat because CLG are that far ahead already that
He
they
only
can
has
just
one item.
bully their way into this jungle. The only thing they're missing right now is a little rotation from mid from Luger, and here he comes.
Poom, once again, just trying to wait around the corners of this terrain like you were talking about, Meteos. He doesn't need to walk into a bush. He doesn't need to be grouped up with everybody else. Just slightly out of range,
This is
standing in
suspicious.
fog.
This is really weird.
Yeah, this is a bit strange. Aurelion Sol does do absolutely insane damage to Baron with his Breath of Light.
Hey, are we
so
throwing?
CLG might just be able to use Dokla as a distraction and go after this.
CLG's doing a little too
haphazard here.
much.
Palafox coming around from the side. They throw down the damage.
Okay.
Combo. Bjergsen's at 10%
It should be
HP.
okay.
He tries to get back away, but they're falling in from the side, and they're all
It's
falling
over.
down
I mean,
on
they're
100
just too far
Thieves.
behind.
Bjergsen's the only one to hit the dirt, but
To AK.
Busio, Closer, and Tenacity are all below half HP. CLG heads right back over to Baron, and 100 Thieves is stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I think, you know, that was a pretty decent play by CLG.
Yeah, I
They used
mean,
the
they
big
could do
Aurelion
that.
Soul. 100 Thieves might have a small window to look for a play, but it's pretty doomed.
Shoot him, Poom. Shoot him. There
Okay.
we go.
The only play they could look for, though, maybe mid-tower objective bounty shutdown. And CLG definitely will secure Baron. They do get the tower. There's a little bit of money for your troubles, but the rest of the team is just dead.
Should have did that shit sooner or something. Like,
would I like to trade
Lux and Lee Sin shouldn't have been there. Like, trolling.
Yes.
If we're walking back to get my tower,
And
like,
that's
guys,
exactly what
the
CLG
fuck are y'all
got.
doing?
They're wearing purple on everybody. They haven't had to
Okay.
sacrifice a man just yet, but Contracts may be caught here.
Yeah,
100
he is.
Thieves
He's dead.
just throwing everything at him to clean up this jungler, and they should be able to find it. There it is. Tenacity will take the kill on that one. So 100 Thieves will at least not have to face the full brunt of CLG for the next 35 seconds. Aurelion Sol just does this to buffs. You just stand there and you take it.
Tenacity sitting at a comfortable 2-1-0 KDA for the weekend.
Oh no, you're
Positive
right.
KD. Team dish.
No
The
cap.
best part is, you guys can't see it because you don't have the camera on us right now. He said that entire sentence with a straight face. Just absolute.
You gotta look.
Seriousness.
You gotta look for the silver lining, Flowers. This weekend has been a giant
It's been tough.
storm cloud for 100 Thieves. Honestly, maybe it's like a guest caster curse because we had Spica for the last one too.
Yo, but this guy has
this
Jack
So whenever
show.
there's guests, 100 Thieves just.
I guess
This
it's
is the point in the game where we got to come up with conspiracy theories.
Okay, I got you.
Okay,
I got
okay.
you.
All
We're
right.
getting their
So
camp
Spica has a
stolen.
curse on Bjergsen and Double Lift, former teammate.
Yeah.
Can sleep, and I have a curse on 100 Thieves.
Oh, double
my.
curse.
I don't think they had much of a shot this weekend.
The week of revenge on 100
This game
Thieves.
is over.
All right, so there's some sort of an evil hex here on 100 Thieves as they try to defend against a 9,500 gold deficit 25 minutes into the game. Everybody not named Contracts still has the Baron, so CLG are just grouped up trying to push down mid here. They do not have pressure in either side right now. Both of those waves are still pretty far away, so 100 Thieves is just very focused on defending this mid lane.
CLG seems a little bit stumped as far as how to actually break the bait, or maybe not. Maybe
Why didn't you
They're
just
gonna hard
Arlie
force it
Sin?
like this. They get the ulti out of the Olaf. So Tenacity knows he's got to try to do something here. Dokla is stuck on the front. They might just be able to kill the Scion. They get him.
Oh my
Nicely
God,
done.
this is
100 Thieves
nuts
defending against the CLG
happening.
Baron.
I do think the initiation, like half-heart on an Olaf, is probably the worst way to go about it, though.
Right, I think that CLG is actually getting a little bit stumped as far as how to
We
actually
literally
get
should've
the base, because sieging against Caitlyn
Just
is
are the
tough.
Lee Sin
She's
mess right in
got a
front
line
of
of
you. There's no
traps
flush,
through
but they
the
don't know
entire
that.
range your carries want to be standing at to hit the tower.
Yeah.
I think what they could do is probably just have Scion sit behind mid and just ult into the turret. The ulti damage plus the demolish afterwards is going to be enough to break the turret and shrug off all the damage. So I think maybe if they focus more on the turret, less on actually trying to kill the champion by it, they could have done it.
Yeah, that sounds like a much better plan, because then you can also give that to be your passive as they're taking, damage into the Scion. Everybody finishes it off. 100 Thieves. They're happy
Olaf,
to get a
though.
little bit of breathing room, though. Another objective bounty here for Tenacity.
Been destroyed.
Is the little spark of hope growing
His
inside of
KK
you?
is skyrocket.
Nice.
It's going up and up.
Yup. 2-1-1 on the Olaf. The best KDA on the team. 8,500 gold lead. Still what it's looking like for CLG, though, as they're going to start up their third Drake of the game. This would be a Dragon Soul if Tenacity and 100 Thieves had not managed to grab that other one earlier on. So, hey, at least you got 5 more minutes before CLG hits that power spike. Baron's not going to be alive for another 3 minutes, and I feel like with the struggles that CLG was having breaking into the base with Baron, it's going to be very difficult to try to do anything without.
All right, the fun game of updating Stardust on Aurelion Sol.
What are we
the
at?
the execution threshold on Singularity is up to 13.4%. And the
Two-thirds
Q-
of an Elder Dragon.
Yeah. And the Q, remember, is doing a little bit over 10% of max health damage as well, if you can channel it for a second. So
What is his total Stardust count? Because I know that 10 per minute is the goal.
332.
Okay, he's way past. All right.
I think that's also like kind of a lazy man's goal, the 10 per minute. So if you're a real Aurelion Sol main, then you want to overshoot that.
Okay. Well, right now he's feeling very comfortable about it. CLG's feeling great about their current state of the game. Scion is scaling infinitely. Aurelion Sol is scaling infinitely. Luger has 3 items completed on the Callista, including the Bloodthirst.
He's out.
Anymore.
Oh.
But Contract
He might.
had the aim to chase him through it. And with Poom doing the damage, they're going to finish off the 100 Thieves jungler 5v4 for the next 35 seconds.
Did we catch who got the Raptors? I'm trying to weigh if that was worth it or not. I couldn't see if Closer got him or not.
Each raptor must be individually accounted for as well.
Well, if each Raptor's worth about 2,000 gold, then it's worthwhile. Otherwise, might be a little tricky here for 100 Thieves. Tenacity pops the Ragnarok. He's ready to fight Dokla.
The KDA.
Dokla's just walking away.
That's not
Rhino
good.
re-engages. Tenacity has run out of Ragnarok, and the Dragon is ready to chase him. The Ghost is going to give Tenacity
I mean,
a little bit of
it's
time to run away.
3v2
Inhibitor
in
fell
it.
while we're watching this, but this is more interesting. Palafox is on a rampage. Olaf's dead.
Wow, so 100 Thieves is actually doing a pretty good job stalling out the game. You know, for the past 5 minutes, kind of since the Baron went down, they didn't lose a whole lot, but that was just 2 back-to-back mistakes they made. You know, getting caught at Raptors, getting caught bot lane, doing a really weird all-in. Yeah, not really a lot of reason for those plays.
Yeah, feels like CLG are set to win this one by default unless some crazy test of fate happens. Some turn. Honestly,
I don't even think that does it, man.
Yeah.
I don't think that does it.
well, there's some big bounties on champions as well as the objective bounties. So if they can get some of those lazy like surprise kills, if CLG you know, do kind of leave themselves open, then maybe there is that pathway back in, but it certainly looks to be doomed.
I think unless Doublelift gets a pentakill every bounty, there's not.
All right,
hope.
Let's set it then.
all right, that's the mark. Doublelift has to pentakill, collect every bounty at the same time, and then purchase his entire full build with the money that he would receive from doing so. Dokla charging up, that big decimating smash there, but now just walks it on off. Tenacity gonna lead the charge forward as 100 Thieves recognizes Baron is up. They do not want to allow CLG to take it. They're gonna grab their own red buff here for Doublelift, just try to give him as much firepower as possible. Contracts maintaining aggro on the Baron. It's still at about half HP. Tenacity and Closer still trying to push forward, gain every inch of ground they can. Dokla on the front line. A lot of damage being done to Tenacity. He's using the stasis, trying to stay alive here in the very front. Busio is burning down. Dokla's already killed Tenacity. Busio runs, and Closer's getting beat. It's Bjergsen already gone first, and 3 of the 100 Thieves are already dead. Busio burns away. A double kill for Palafox. Baron be damned, the game is over, and CLG's gonna take it.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. You know, they tried. The Bjergsen went for the flash combo on Aurelion Soul, did about 30% of his health, not quite enough, and yeah, CLG's gonna take it. Pretty impressive game by CLG, all things said. You know,
Incredible.
starting from the bot lane, they just won the 2v2 really hard. Great gank right after it, and they just played with their advantage.
Yeah.
Luger and Boom, massive performance from them. I also think contracts